I grew up reading the Captain Underpants books, and I always wondered, how did you come up with the character of Captain Underpants?
Well, I came up with Captain Underpants when I was a second grader. One time my teacher used the word underpants in class, and everybody, everybody in the whole class started laughing. And the teacher got really mad, and she was like, "Boys and girls, underwear is not funny." And then we all just laughed even harder. So, so I kind of realized at that moment that underwear is a really powerful thing. Not only does it make all the kids in the class laugh, but it makes my teacher really mad. So I thought, that's cool, that's what I'm into.
Did you read much as a kid?
You know, I did read a lot of comics and cartoons. Like, I really liked Charlie Brown, and I like to open the funny pages and stuff, but I didn't read a whole lot of books.
Did you always know that you wanted to be a writer?
No, I didn't. In fact, I didn't even know I was good at it. Not until I went to college. I didn't really get a whole lot of encouragement from my teachers.
You use a lot of humor in your books. Were you always the funny kid in class?
Yes, I was. I was the class clown and the class artist.
Do you put real-life experiences of yours in the book? If so, which ones?
Well, I sort of do. I think George and Harold from Captain Underpants are kind of based on me when I was a kid, and they have a really mean principal, and I had a really mean principal growing up too, so it's a lot like my experiences growing up.
Do you base the characters off people you know?
Just George and Harold and Principal Krupp, who was based on a principal I had when I was in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade.
How do you come up with their names?
George's name came from children's books characters, Curious George and Georgie the Ghost. And Harold's name also came from a children's book from Harold and the Purple Crayon, so I kind of stole those names.
How long did it take you to write the new Captain Underpants book?
Each book takes about 3 months to write and about 4 or 5 months to illustrate.
What's the best thing about writing for kids?
The best thing, I think, is getting the fan mail from kids. I get a lot of letters from kids, and they usually include comics that they made by themselves. I think a lot of the kids are inspired by the comics that George and Harold make, and so they make these terrific comics, and I love reading those.
As an adult, is it ever difficult to write like a kid?
No, never had a problem.
A lot of kids who aren't very interested in reading seem to really like your books. How does this make you feel?
It makes me feel great because when I was a kid, I wasn't really into books or reading either. And I always wished there was a book that sort of spoke to me. I always wanted there to be really funny books with lots of pictures and monsters and robots and stuff, and there was nothing like that when I was a kid. So I kind of make my books for kids who are a lot like me.
Out of all your books, which one's your favorite?
I kind of like Super Diaper Baby.
Captain Underpants is a hero to the kids in the book. When you were a kid, who were your heroes?
That's a good question. I think my parents were my heroes. I had a hard time at school, but my parents always created a really safe and loving environment for me, so they were my heroes.
Do you think that Captain Underpants will ever be made into a movie?
Actually, it's being made into a movie right now by DreamWorks Animations. They just started making the movie, and they've hired the director and the writer, and it's very exciting. It's going to be an animated film.
Thank you so much for your time and your great books.
Thank you, William. It's really nice to meet you.